Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is, sorry, getting a message. This is another review for Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 5. This is the reunion part 3. It's been quite the week. I've been kind of scatterbrained this week because I feel like so much has been thrown at me to give my energy to. And so when that happens, sometimes I just want to retreat. And I can't do that. But I made sure that the week did not go by without bringing these last reviews to wrap up Love and Marriage Huntsville, as well as Keep Up with Potomac, because that's not over yet. But you know, anyway, we're here for Huntsville. So Kimmy is saying that they've all had moments that weren't aired, and you know, it's not like Destiny is special or anything like that. She said that production has also tried to steer her in a particular direction if she's filming with Destiny, and it's just, she gets nothing. So it is what it is. Carlos asked her, so why isn't your man here now? Has anybody met him in person? Stormy has. Stormy and her husband have, as well as Tiffany and Lewis. He basically is warning her, you know, like, okay, so we're going to see him if you get if we bring you back, excuse me, are we going to see him? And, you know, she's saying that she's ready and willing to share that part of her life. She is in love, you know, so girl, you better show us something. You better show us something, because I feel like your job on the line. I feel like that was a warning. But anyway, moving on. We move on to Melody and Destiny. Hold on, I'm going to get my drink. Okay, moving on to Destiny and Melody and their fallout. Mel gives this long soliloquy about, you know, their breakdown. I don't know, guys. When it comes to this whole situation, I feel like, or any situation that Melody is in when it involves her having conflict with any of the other ladies. When we sit down to the reunion and it's time to hash things out, it's time to be, you know, a little bit more vocal about how you're feeling about things, whatever. Mel still resorts to them PR responses. And it really bothers me. It really bothers me. It's like, because you was really mad. You was really mad, and you sitting here, whatever, girl. Anyway, Destiny, you know, she gives her take on it as well. The Melody over there making faces, you know, per the usual. I hate when this happens to me. I really hate when this happens to me. I feel like I've told y'all this before. When I go to try to scroll on the computer, on the notes, it moves it all the way to a completely different note. So I have to keep the cursor on the particular note that I'm trying to see, so that it doesn't scroll all the way down. Oh, no. It doesn't scroll all the way down to the bottom. Let me get this together. They're talking about Destiny and Tisha and their conversation in LA at the last reunion, and Mel overhearing something. I don't even know why we rehashing this again. Because no, did we talk about this? Because they didn't have a reunion for season 4. We just kind of moved on into season 5. We came back after a break and it was season 5. Like, really, we didn't have a reunion for all of that stuff. We talked about it then, but there was no reunion about it. So I guess that's why we're talking about it now. But Tisha doesn't like, you know, the fact that Mel doesn't take accountability of anything, whatever. She changes, you know, she completely goes on a little rant of her own, you know, about Mel being the devil in sheep's clothing. I said, girl, it's the wolves. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing, not the devil. Maybe they say that around there where she from. Maybe they say that, maybe that's what they say over there, but I thought it was a wolf in sheep clothing. Anyway, she say Mel is dark. You know, something is just dark about her. Destiny, do you feel like Mel is dark like that? Destiny says, well, she has dark ways. What she did to me was a little dark, you know, getting on the television and telling the world that she done gave me all this money. Y'all can see my Chick-fil-A straw. making announcements that you done gave me all this money because I ain't paying my light bill or something like that. That was rather dark. Mel, you know, tries to explain what she said and explain it away, but of course, we yeah, we saw it. We ran the clip and saw what Mel said. She basically did insinuate that, okay, I saw a cutoff notice on the door, and I stood in the gap from a homegirl. How much did you give her? Upwards of $5,000 to $6,000. And so, what else am I supposed to deduce? You're not just giving it to her to give it to her. You're giving it to her because you saw a notice on the door, meaning she needs help paying her bills. And so you ran with that. You threw that out there, and that wasn't nice. That wasn't okay. You don't do that to someone that you call friend or that you have called friend. I have friends that I have had falling outs with, or like we're not that cool no more, but I would never sit up on anybody's platform and throw back, you know, and throw in their face or throw out there what I've done for them, what they've been through, anything like that. Like, that's just not what you do. That's just common courtesy. And we ain't even cool like that no more, and I still wouldn't do it. Anyway, I feel like both Carlos and Mel, you know, were trying to do that whole semantics game. Making it seem like, you know, well, that's not what she meant. Because that's not what I said. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Anyway, Carlos asked Destiny about she and Martell's relationship. You know, do you feel like that had played a part in you and Mel kind of falling out? That you got a little too chummy with Martell? And Melody, no, I think he's talking to Melody, but anyway, she kind of dances around the topic, you know, and then says that Destiny was calling him at between 1 and 5 a.m., 4 a.m., something like that. And, you know, they're like, how do you know? And Destiny says, oh, you talking about the time that you hacked his phone? And then we go into this whole thing about Mel's phone being hacked, or is Martell's phone being hacked. What was happening was, if you called Martell and couldn't get him, the phone would automatically call Melody. That's how they had their situation set up. And I guess things didn't get changed. And so she's changed her number now. And hopefully she's changed all of that. I'm like, don't be forwarding my calls to my husband when you can't reach me. Like, what? And vice versa. Because he get calls a lot. And no, don't call me. Anyway, I'm like, I don't even know why y'all had that set up. Destiny is asked if she's, you know, interested in repairing the relationship with Mel, and it's an emphatic no. Moving on. Destiny says she wants to clear up the mess, though, as it pertains to her and Martell. You know, y'all around here making it seem like it's something that it's not. She says she and him have been friends since she was 15. She moved away. When she came back, you know, they just reconnected. But if she's supposed to cut she's supposed to cut Martell off for what he's done, for the wrong he's done, then she'd have to do the same for Mel. And, you know, it kind of leaves a little cliffhanger. And I don't know why, like and Roxanne, shout out to Roxanne, shout out to It's Rox. She pointed this out, and I didn't realize it, but she's right. They did not show what happened, what transpired with that whole thing. They showed us in the trailer where Destiny is saying she's gonna basically spill Mel's tea. I got stuff to say, blah, blah, blah. Should I spill it? And Mel's like, go ahead. And Marcel is like, don't do it. And Maurice is over there like, you know, but we never got to that point. Like, we just completely eased right on by without even showing it. So I don't even know what transpired with that. Who knows? For all we know, she really dropped the bomb. And, you know, Melody, being that she and Carlos are, you know, Judy's, it really ain't no telling. Really ain't no telling. But anyway, Stormy is asked to chime in, and she says that she's, you know, confusion, as aren't we all? She and Mel haven't had any real issues, and so she can say firmly, you know, like, we're good, and that's about it, you know, like they haven't had any issues, any problems, or nothing like that. And Martell is like, I suggest that you retreat right damn now. I'm like, well, darn, not a warning. Stormy says that they're building right now. They're building towards a friendship and everything. I don't get that, because you was ride or die and all of that. Now you and Mel are building a friendship. She's always backpedaling on the severity of these relationships with these women. Like, you can say that that's my homegirl, you know, we friends. You don't have to continuously point out, oh, we not friends. You know, like, we hung out a few times. We're building to a friendship. Why you gotta be? I don't even want to be your friend now, because it's too much work. It's been how long, and you still saying we build in a friendship? That might be why they ain't talking now. You know, Melody will get a sound bite from the reunion and then be like, I don't like that she said that. I'm cutting her off. We're building a friendship. I thought that we were friends. And then next season, that's what it'll be. She said that we were building a friendship, and I saw into the future. I'm foreshadowing. Anyway, Mel and Martell, they spar with words, you know, over Mel being the unforgiving type. And she's proud about that, you know. It is what it is. All right, back to Mel and Martell. So let's talk about the co-parenting. Martell, basically flat out, he doesn't want a man watching his children. And I don't know what that's about. Carlos says, is it you don't want a gay man watching your children? And he says, no. He lying. Because what else is it? Now, I can get not wanting, because he has girls. And so I absolutely understand wholeheartedly if he's coming from that place. You know? Like, you don't want, when you a mama or you a parent, you know. Let me not even say when you a mama, when you a parent, if you know, you know, when it comes to allowing your children to be monitored by someone of the opposite sex. And sometimes you got to watch them. You got to watch everybody, okay? You just got to watch. You got to watch. You got to watch. Anyway. Martell says that she and her brother weren't even raised together, like they met as teenagers. So basically he's trying to say she don't even know him like that. He says she done had 50 folks to watch my kids. It's just all of that is just too much. They in court over all of that right now. Martell done tried to get full custody. He know good and damn well them people are not giving him full custody. He know good and damn well them people are gonna laugh him out of that courtroom. He know better than that. I mean, whatever, Martell, whatever. Taking that lady to court by her kids. He says she don't have time. She doesn't have time for her kids. I follow Melody, and it looked like she be with them children to me. Like, it looks like she's a very present mom to me. And he's a present dad. I don't know why his shit be filtering through. You know, now, people you don't even follow, their stuff can just filter through your timeline. I'd be like, why am I seeing this? I don't even follow Martell. And I'm looking at him at the dinner with his babies, with all the kids, including Knox. So I love that Melody didn't stop the children, you know, because it'd be some real bitter baby mamas that be like, don't be having that boy around my kids. It's some of them out there. And it's a great thing that Melody is not one of those. I mean, I never thought that she would be, but listen. Bitterness is bitterness. That shit can get anybody. But yeah, he filed for full custody. He ain't gonna get it, but okay, whatever. We flipped to the Destin trip. You know, we see it. It was refreshing. That was nice. Martell, you know, I missed that. I genuinely missed that. And Carlos says, what is that? And then Carlos has a whole breakdown. I mean, boo-hoo crying. Just completely broke host protocol to just sit up there. Has Oprah ever sat up in anybody's face and just boo-hoo cried about how she felt like this, that, and the third? No, you have to give an interview, okay? You are here to mediate and moderate what's happening, you know, between the cast members. You are not supposed to interject like this with your emotions and how you feel and how it's affecting you. I mean, I guess when it comes to Carlos King, a Carlos King production, it is very real. Like you can feel that this is real life. It's not glossed over like over there at Bravo, you know. Anyway, he get choked up for real, you know. He said he worried about Martell. Martell gets choked up as well. Tisha go to hand him some tissue, and he like, don't stop. What you stop? You know, Martell ain't gonna show no emotion, and I think that's what did it for Carlos. Like, why you keep stopping yourself from going there? And it's like he went there. I saw it on the tizzle where he said, I was the one that was in the wrong. It was me. I take accountability. Like, wasn't that being emotionally vulnerable? You want Martell to be sitting up here crying about it. You want him to cry. That'll seal the deal for Carlos. I don't know, but Carlos was really worked up. Talking about the man troubled inside. He refuses to show emotion on camera. I'm concerned about you, like really breaking down. He said, and I think it's sad. And I think the outbursts are just outbursts of anger is because you're afraid to be vulnerable. I mean, he really laid it out. It was a therapy session. It really was. But we know Martell misses his family. That's not, you know, that's not a secret. We know he misses his family. But I mean, it is what it is. Melody done already said, you know, even after all of that, Melody being on, she was tearful as well, but tearful of the fact that it is a broken family. And it's just sad that she had children with a man she don't even like now. That's terrible. I hope that they can work it out, though. I really do. I hope that they can come back full circle, because what we did see in Destin was healthy. And that's what we need for the kids. They're just gonna have to get along. I know people that get along with their baby daddy, with their baby mama. I know people like that. You know, like I had a friend. Well, not I had a friend. She's still my friend. One of my friends, her mom and stepfather, they were not married, but he was always there. He was always over at the house. When I was over there, he was always over there. They lived in my neighborhood, but he was always over there. Like, it was just normal. But they were not married. They were not married. That was just her kid's dad. And he was very present, very involved, very helpful, still around the house and all of that. Good man, Savannah. Good man. That's a good man. May he rest in peace, because he's passed on. But yeah, I done seen that. I done grew up around that, seeing that, where two people can co-parent effectively. You know, I couldn't even tell there was where either, I don't know if they ever got married, but I couldn't even tell. They were just happy. You know, everybody was happy. Anyway, Tiffany and Louis coming. Tiffany and Louis coming out. Let's just breeze right on by them, okay? Tiffany pregnant. She thinks she hiding it. She want to stand up and do a reveal like she Beyonce. The baby name is Ace. They done already named the baby. Blah, 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 blah. She ain't like what happened over there with Dr. Francis, but I mean, oh well. Oh well. I mean, it is what it is. She and Louis, they're doing well. Cool. Like, I really don't even feel like it. I don't even want to dive into them. All right, Kimmy and Maurice. This is where, of course, we get serious again. I ain't gonna do the blow by blow with them, but Kimmy, I will say, sharing her testimony and what she is going through, sharing her journey with us, was the best thing she could have ever done. I'm sure that it has ignited, you know, something in every Black woman watching across America, you know, to get up and make sure that we're doing our regular checkups. You know, if you're, and I wouldn't even say if you're of age for mammograms, because I'll be 35 on Monday. And I feel like it's time to start going ahead and scheduling mammograms. But I mean, it's always beneficial to have some awareness somewhere on screen. So many women were watching, just like Carlos said, just like she said. And had she not shared her story, you know, maybe people, you know, would not have thought anything of going and making sure that they're getting their regular checkups, making sure that they're doing their at-home breast exams, all of that. You have to take care of yourself. You have to, even if you feel good, because I know that that's a misconception within our community. You know, I feel fine. Okay, you feel fine, but you don't know what's going on on the inside. You know, you don't know what is happening, so you have to make sure you stay on top of that, me included. So thank you, Kimmy, for sharing your experience and sharing your journey with us. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, anyway, I think did we end with Kimmy? Yeah, we end with Kimmy. You know, Carlos says a few final words. He gets choked up as well, given his experience with breast cancer. His mom had breast cancer, and it was something that she dealt with on her own without telling anybody. Funky Don even has a very similar story. His mom had cancer and didn't say anything, decided to go through that alone until, you know, it was too late and she passed. And I think it was the same situation with Carlos. But yeah, we as moms can't do that either. You know, if you're dealing with something like that, you're going to have to talk to somebody about it. You got to tell your family, talk to your family, talk to your children. Don't deal with something like that by yourself, you know, out of, you know, being prideful, or you don't want to burden your kids or anything like that. Let somebody know. Because I couldn't even imagine. Anyway, Carlos says his final words, and we wrap it right on up. So that's it for Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't review the other one, Love and Marriage DC. I do not review that one. I didn't even watch last season. I didn't even watch it. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of you will be looking forward to that one. I may give it a try as far as watching it. I ain't talking about reviewing it, but I may give it a try as far as watching it. But anyway, that's a wrap for that. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.